Okay, yeah, I can start freestyling some stuff. Hey, what is up, Ray's Riders? We are here at Ray's. The weather's starting to get a little bit cold, so we've been seeing some familiar faces pop through the door, which is always awesome to see you guys coming in the building. Come on with me while we turn some lights on, and I think it'd be cool to talk about the Rascal Berms in the park, which are a pretty awesome staple. Really cool way to recycle wood. And to start it all off, it was this guy right here. This was about the first thing that we made that was kind of resembling the Rascal Berms that we do today. This one is just kind of a flat face berm. There used to be a deck over here, but Ray and I put this one together, I think in 2012 or 2013, if I'm not mistaken. This was just kind of all recycled North Shore wood, and we wanted to make it just a big, wide, like wedge berm. We've had a ton of berms in the building since the very beginning, well before my time in here. But when they really started to gel and like come together into the way that we do the Rascal Berms, which the reason that they're called that is because Ray always thought it looked like something that they would have made on Our Gang, like the Little Rascals, the old black and white TV show. But yeah, they just have a really cool look and a really awesome way to recycle material here in the park. So this one here, the construction is vastly different than the way that we do the berms all in the rest of the park, but this was kind of the first way that was kind of reminiscent of just like lining up a bunch of North Shore planks together in one mass that goes around a curve. Okay, and so this big old behemoth is still continuing to be one of the best ones, in my opinion, in the building. But Ray and I put this one together in, I think 2013, no, probably 2014. This one's a little bit taller than the rest of the standard ones. This is when we were just kind of coming up with the formula for it. There used to be a big flat deck here that was like kind of the start of the cross-country green trail back in the day before everything was in here. You used to be able to just pedal flat across the floor and get cranking toward all that stuff. But then the treehouse happened, and then this was just kind of a flat deck that you could roll off onto and then start your trail. And we wanted to make something that would give you some killer speed through here, so this is what we came up with, and this is what we have. This thing's awesome. It's taken quite a beating. It's gotten a few repairs over the years, but this was like the first true Rascal Berm that we did. Ray made like kind of all the templates, and I helped them get them all prepped and prepared, and then I came through and just laid out all these 2x4s. So this was my first experience with putting all the facing on these Rascal Berms here. And so now, last summer, I came through and added this whole elevated deck with this Rascal Berm at the top here, which leads you straight down into numero uno down there, and this thing is amazing. This is one of the best mods I think that I've done to the park in recent history. But you can just come flying across the catwalk and just zipping down straight into that thing. It is so fun, it is so fast, and yeah, this is just another classic example of how awesome these Rascal Berms can be. So Profile World, this was the first time that we ever like kind of mass produced these things. I want to say when we first laid out this room, we had to make 75 templates in order to get the room completed. Especially with the inside section here, there's just kind of a sausage trail that goes back and forth all the way through. Ray had this original layout in mind when we doubled the size of the rhythm room. And these things is where we really started to catch momentum with the Rascal Berms. They keep up your speed, number one, but we kept up our speed with building these because they just kind of flew up. We were able to mass produce them. We got all the templates cut. I think Keith was on the router at that point, and Jeff was putting the templates together. And then I was going through and putting all the 2x4s for the facing on these, and then Ray was doing the entrances and the exits on these, and it really went very fast on constructing this room. So 2016 is when we doubled the size of the rhythm room and turned it into Profile World, and that's when all these berms got added. This really opened up the room, and this is kind of like a merge between a pump track and a jump line. This line is very, very cool, definitely one of our most popular features. And I definitely got to say that the Rascal Berms are a huge part of why they are so good. And so we are back here in the pump track. This is really a testament to how quickly the berms go up. We did this room in 2017. And let's see, I don't even know how many are in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think 9 of those berms. This was the first time that we actually started experimenting a little bit with some of the different stuff that we could do with them. Like that one got a little extension piece, that's not a huge deal. And this one here is the first time we ever made an actual S-berm out of one of these. It turned out very cool, very interesting. I remember I was up all night thinking about how to make this twist happen, and it worked. It worked perfect first go, and we went with it. This was also the first time that we ever added a deck on top of the Rascal Berms. So when you're riding the pump track, you just come through and then you drop straight into this guy right here. And yeah, this one is also only, I think, 3.5 feet tall instead of 4 feet tall. All right, so this room here has 9, technically 10 Rascal Berms in it. And we blasted this one out over the course of like maybe a month and a half in the summer of 2017. And here we are back in the moon room, which is one of our most recent additions to the park. We got these satellite dishes here, which are very much so based on the way that we do the Rascal Berms. You can jump in and out of these, and it kind of incorporates the decking that we talked about in the pump track. This was complicated, this was a huge pain in the butt, but the turnout was awesome inside of this room. Another couple cool things about the Rascal Berms in here is these elevated ones that are both cupped and elevated. They are rock solid, and they just keep your speed all around the Space Mountain Trail. Very pleased with how all this stuff turned out. Here we are right outside of the Kink Bowl on the Green Trail. This particular S-berm is probably my favorite one that we've done in the park. Figuring out the math to make this fit in this space was very tough, but it worked out awesome. This again has like one of those cool twists like I was just talking about in the pump track. Just trying to go from one angle to another, nice and seamless. Kind of tough to do with the 2x4s, but it works out pretty dang well. This thing here just wraps you around and keeps up your speed right below the bridge that we have going here back to the Kink Park, and sends you on your way if you want to go ride the Wildcat room, which also has a ton of Rascal Berms inside of there, or it lets you go straight in through the rest of the park. So each one of these berms that we put in the building here, they all ride a little bit differently. We kind of put them in the space that they fit and make them happen. They all use this very similar process of the way that we make them, but they are all definitely unique in their own way. So with these berms being kind of a signature image for the park, just the way they look and connect everything together, something that's super cool about them is the fact that all this wood is just recycled from other projects that we've had in the building. We used to tear stuff up, put stuff in dumpsters and reuse what we could and turn it into North Shore, but this really took our recycling to the next level. So every time we've taken apart a railing, a ramp, we take the ribs apart and denail them. We have tons of like piles of wood that we've denailed in the past, and they've all just turned into berms like this. Thank you guys so much for watching the little history and walkthrough of the Rascal Berms here at Ray's MTB. I really don't feel like going through and counting how many that we have in the building, but you guys should comment how many that we have. So yeah, we'll see you here at Ray's.
Well, that's it for now. We have all kinds of fun stuff to share with you every Wednesday. Please do that like and subscribe thing that everybody asks for. Thanks, and we hope to see you next Wednesday.